And trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run the counter. Pollard. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On play action, Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Hill. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hill stepping up. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Hill. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On 2nd down, here's the option. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Hill. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They snap it on fourth to Hill. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check, Mike 42. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Let's go, Mike.
They look to throw. It's locked. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, you Titans. Let's go, you Titans.
A shotgun snap for Hill. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler. Touchdown, Philadelphia. K.J. Hamler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's Hill. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
He may try and run for this. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go now. 60
On first down, it's Gibson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Hill. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Fourth down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it. On 4th down, Hill. Got a man and he hits him in stride. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hill going to try and run with it. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Hill throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing on third down, Hill.
And he'll find Gibson here, complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And his kick is right through.
Score Eagles 14, Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Andy Lee.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Hill. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Akeem Hicks in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But it's going to be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Hill now after the interception. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Hill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Hill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The kick by McManus is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lock. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Taysom Hill sacked. A loss of 9 yards.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Play action. It's Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 10, Hill.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Hill. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards. Hill now operating from the red zone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Hill. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
For the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
That one complete to Hill. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Clock now on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. Give him 52 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Run for Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And he puts it through.
makes the score Eagles 20, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hill. He's going to wind up. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 77 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. There's Hill. He's going to air one out. And this is caught.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Complete to
Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
The score, Eagles 35, Cowboys 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Locke, and it's caught to tight end Hill. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Makes the score Eagles 35, Cowboys 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. To throw on third down. Hill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff, now lock. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to lock. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
Hard check, 33. 33. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check back 33. Check back 33. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Eagles, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head home for next week's contest.